Hi friends, it's Liz here. Thank you for joining me today. So I have an unboxing for your creative studio. I also will be showing you how I use some of the pieces in a little project that we will be making. And I'm also going to show you an entry into one of my personal junk journals. I've just done a little spread with some of the pieces as well. So thank you so much, Amanda. As you know, I love your subscription boxes. If you haven't seen previous videos before for the subscription boxes, I will link some videos below. Every box is different. Every box is a surprise, and I just really enjoy, crafting with the goodies that she curates into these vintage style boxes. So this is a music themed from what I can see, and I'm loving this already. There seems to be lots of little pages for Christmas themed music. It has some music themed stickers, and these also are one of a kind, I guess, that she includes in her kits only. Each one's are different every month, as I said. I will leave links to her shop below as well if you are interested in checking out. And I also believe that shipping is included with the pricing, which I think is amazing. Now these are stickers, and I love them because they're that kind of see-through paper that you can kind of see through when you've added them to your pages. So this is really nice. It's got such a variety of pieces, of course, all retro themed from what I can see here. I really love this theme, and these ones, like I said, it's just such a variety. You can use them in so many ways. So I'm just getting inspired looking at all the different images, and this one feels like it's a full sheet of something. And then these look like labels, so that's really, really nice. Now, I even like the way that she has her own personalized wrapping paper for her boxes. So these stamps are, again, music themed. And I'm going to see if I show you how I use some of these as well in this video. This little booklet is super adorable. I love anything tiny, of course, but I really, really like the cover. And this paper, oh my gosh, it just feels so nice. I'm not even sure what kind of paper this is, but it has one side that feels like a little glossy, and then the other side that's a bit more flat, so you could probably, excuse me, stamp on it or something, just from what I can feel from it. And then this little extra. Now each, as I mentioned before, each box she includes so many different things in them, so they're also different when they get to you. And this looks like a tiny little letter opener. It's so adorable. Oh my goodness, it is super cute and tiny. So this would be great to, carry with you if you are going to be opening mail outside of your home. But look how easy it cuts. Oh, how cute. Definitely staying somewhere in my house, because I do have one that I, of course, use at home, opening mail, but maybe I'll just keep one in the craft room and one in my mail section. So the next part is the washi tapes. And this is the little thin, kind of dainty washi tape, which is just really a nice addition to, layering washi, if that's something that you do. And there's that cute design there as well. So I really just love the different sizes. I'll open up the bigger washi a little bit later because it's got that, kind of packaging that takes a little bit to open up. So the next piece here, it looks like there's, of course, the papers that she usually includes. There's some stickers as well. I was just making sure that I didn't leave anything else in the box. And then these are just beautiful designs again. Now this paper feels like sticker paper to me, so I will check that in a moment, but you can just see the beautiful designs. They're all such vintage themed. And now, of course, these can be used as they are, like a full sheet, or you can cut them up into, different sizes if you need them for different projects. You can use your punches to make different shapes. I like doing that as well with some of the sticker sheets. So it's just nice to have those. And then this packaging, I'm trying to find if there's an opening somewhere else because I didn't want to just kind of rip it apart, and I may not be able to. So I might come back to this just because I don't want to rip anything and mess it up. And I love these bulbs. Oh my goodness, I have them around my house as well, and I just love Edison bulbs. Oh my gosh, how cute. These are sticky notes, it looks like. And then this thing here, I think it's just more paper, but I like that it looks like a little book cover. And of course I'll reuse this little twine that it came with. Love that. So you've got the thicker cover, and then these are nice thin sheets of music paper again. So that's really nice, like, you know, as a combination to put in your projects again. Oh, this one won't leave my head. My Heart Will Go On by Celine Dion. She's Canadian, by the way. So if you didn't know. And let's see, I think that's all we've got here. So these are very nice. I like the thickness of the paper. It's it just feels kind of vintage already. So let's get into these little sets here. And this paper feels like it's on sticky paper again, so definitely stickers. So these are nice. They have like I guess a food theme to them, but I really love the color of it. So it goes really nicely with everything you see here. And now we'll open up the washi tape. And I'm just going to show you, I just like adding, if I can save, you know, the packaging somehow, I like adding it to my journals just as like as a piece in there. I think it just, I don't know, it gives it some additional layer. And, you know, it's from something that I know came from somewhere else. So, okay, so this looks like some, I know there's a name for this type of washi tape. I've seen it in different creative projects, but it's really nice. I love that it has the numbers on it, and it's just such a nice variety of pieces. Okay, so let me show you a quick project that I was thinking about making with these, and then I'm also going to show you just a page spread in that mini journal. It's my most recent journal that I'm working in. I'll show you how I'm using some of those pieces. So I have coffee stain 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and I just cut it into two pieces, not half pieces. I wanted one a little bit smaller than the other, just, you know, just because. So now we're going to make two folds at the top, and you'll see where this is going in a moment. Now, I think I have seen the original person I saw make these, I think was Paula Lemon. Hi, Paula, if you're watching. And I think that's who I saw that came up with this idea. Now, I'm not sure, but I think that's the first person that I initially saw making these faux envelopes. You fold up your pieces of paper, and then when you're done with your folds, it looks like a little envelope, but then you can pull it open and, you know, write in it. And I think it's just so cute because you don't, you know, need to make it into an actual envelope. It just ends up looking like one with the way you fold it. So we'll be decorating the front of it to make it look like, you know, it's an actual little letter that could be sent. But I think these would be so adorable, of course, in a journal or in pen pal mail, or, you know, just ephemera pieces that you can have ready to add to your journals. And I definitely love the quick and ease of it. Now, again, I did coffee stain this paper, but you don't have to go with this kind of paper. You can use, you know, your scrapbook paper or your digital paper, do the same folds, and then maybe do some collaging or stamping on what would be the front of the faux envelope. So here I'm just going to test out this stamp, and they feel a bit different than the ones that they've sent before. I think these are like kind of rubber stamp feeling. I'm not sure. The other ones are that you know, clear kind of plastic, and these ones feel a little different. So I don't know how they're going to stamp because I'm not used to this kind of stamp style. I'm not sure if you know what I mean. They just feel a little bit different, almost like it's just not going to take the ink as much. Okay, so let's just check it out. I'm just trying to line it up to make it as straight as possible, but with this kind of project, because it's just something, you know, for fun, to use up maybe your stamps that you have, you don't have to be so perfect with it. If it comes, however it comes out, it's nice because, see, it just came like you can barely see the actual keys of the piano. It's supposed to be, I guess, piano keys. I'm just grabbing some additional stamps to use because I want to add this one to it. Now this one also came from one of the Your Creative Studio boxes before. It says to and from, but I just really like how dainty it is. And of course it's perfect for the tiny little full envelope. So I've got that there. And then I'm just maybe playing around with some of the washies and maybe some more of the stamps. So it's just quick and easy. We'll probably make a couple of them here. I'm also busy working on some more digitals to upload to my shop. I'm so happy that you're all enjoying the ones that I've shared. I'm really having fun, you know, just creating with them. Oh, and if you have used some of my digitals, send me an email and let me know, or leave a comment below and let me know if you've used them, and if you have a video that I can check out, and or if tag me on Instagram or Facebook. I'd love to see how you're using them, you know, besides the way that I have shown in my tutorials of how I use some of them myself. So I'm really happy kind of bringing those together for you. And this is another thing that I wanted to ask, if you're still with me. Send me an email if there's you know, something that you want to see in a digital that you haven't seen before. So send me an email. Don't leave it in the comment below. And I'm going to be entering those names also into my giveaway, my monthly giveaway. Don't forget to check that out. I'll leave details in the description box below, as I always do. But I'm thinking of just kind of adding more things that can be done to enter my monthly giveaways, because I think it's just easier. You know, the one that I had initially suggested was the mail one, and I still love that idea. And of course, I'll be adding your names to any of you that have sent something and will be sending something. And maybe what I'll do is, like, I'll, you know, add your names 3 or 4 times depending on the mail that I get. But yeah, send me a comment. Send me an email and let me know what other types of things you would like to see in digitals, because I'm kind of trying to think of things that I personally use, that I enjoy using, and so that's what I've started with. But let me know what types of other digitals you are interested in seeing, maybe themes, or maybe you know, things that you think are missing from ones that you currently have. So don't forget, send me an email for that, because if you comment about it, it won't count. What else did I want to talk about? Oh, I have some tutorials, more tutorials, of course, coming up, but I've got some more folios that I've come up with, and I think they're just so super easy and fun to make. So I'll be sharing some of those. And so far, that 6x6 mini album that I shared, or booklet, I guess, ephemera holder, I keep changing the names every time I mention it. It's very popular. Again, it wasn't my idea, but I think it's just the way that it came together that it's just so nice. I did end up sending the one that I shared in that second video. That was part of a swap, and that was for our Junk Journals Canada, the group I run. If you haven't looked at that, I will leave those links below as well. It's just a fun group of crafters, and it's called Junk Journals Canada. And speaking of Facebook groups, don't forget to you know, follow me on Facebook as well. I'll leave all those links, as I always do, in the description box below. We also have a Facebook group called Using Your Junk Journals, which really is you know, giving everyone ideas on how different crafters use their journals. And I think it's just a fabulous way to get some inspiration and creativity, and coming up with ways of filling up those many journals that we either make or purchase. So I will leave that link as well for Using Your Junk Journals Facebook group below. So as you can see here, I'm just making a second one because, of course, what I like to do is start a project and kind of make a few different ones to see what I'm going to do with them later. But this is something you could do when you are trying to figure out, something to craft, but you're not really feeling so crafty, or you have no ideas on what you would like to make. I think making something like this super easy that will get those kind of creative juices flowing. You don't have to think so much about it. And then at the end of the process, you can have so many, pieces that are ready to go for your next project. So something like this, I always enjoy just kind of making something that you don't have to think so much about it, but then at the end you feel like you've accomplished so much. I don't know if you get that same feeling. And also, I am not sure why, but 2, 3 in the morning is when my eyes open up, my mind starts going, and I come up with these brilliant crafting, creative journal making ideas. And of course, I'm trying not to think about stuff because, the purpose is to sleep, but my mind is just kind of going with all these ideas, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, this is it. This is like the most fabulous one I've had so far. And then, of course, daylight comes around. I wake up feeling all groggy because I haven't slept well, and that brilliant idea has vanished. Or I realized it wasn't as brilliant as I thought, but it was, the 2, 3 a.m. wake up that made it seem that way. I'm not sure if you share that same kind of process, but leave a comment below if you do, if you are up around, the hours of the evening that you should be sleeping and kind of thinking about stuff, or thinking about all your creative ideas and things that you think you're going to be making and accomplishing that day. And of course, it doesn't always work out that way, but I just find that happens to me so often. It's just so silly. Okay, so a few more touches to this one, and then I think we'll move on to my journal spread. I'm not sure if you like this, this style of video where I combine a few pieces into one, or a few different projects, I should say. I'm trying to keep my videos somewhat short. I think I went from under 10 minutes to under 15 minutes to under 20 minutes. And I keep hearing from many of you that you don't mind the longer process videos, where you kind of see the thought process behind what to add and what you don't end up using. Sort of the process from start to finish, and not just the edited version of this is all I've done and this is what I'm adding and it's all finished. So if you like this style of video, please let me know. I don't mind making them this way. But at the same time, I don't want to make longer videos if you're not interested in the longer videos. I tend to do the same thing as many of you do, and that is, turn on a few videos while I'm crafting, because it feels like you're crafting with friends. It's mostly for, catching up with them and hearing, what their thoughts are, what they're doing. And if it is a video that I want to see how something is done, that's a different thing altogether, because, then I kind of watch intently. But if it's more for just, hearing updates on things and, someone's life and what they're up to, then of course I just kind of let it play and, peek up here and there to see what they're doing and what they've done. So if you do that as well, let me know by leaving a comment below. But yeah, I just wanted to know if a longer video is something that you're also interested in. Something like this one. Maybe it'll be under 25 minutes or so. We'll see. Okay, so these are the 2 that I've done. I'll be adding this to snail mail probably, and you'll see them in maybe one of my giveaways. Let's get started on my journal. Now this is my pocket-sized journal that I'm using for, I guess, as long as it takes. I did show you a flip through of my last one that I finished, and I'll link that video below if you haven't seen it. As always with my videos, I try to leave a timestamp in the description box so you can see or skip to, let's say, the part that you are interested in seeing, and you don't have to watch it from start to end if you don't want to. But I'll do that. I always do that with my videos. So with the one I'm mentioning, I think I've got another something or other at the beginning of that video. I forgot what I have on it now, but I always leave that timestamp so you can skip right to it if you want to. So yes, that journal was larger. That journal was my 9x6 size approximately, and it was so different than this one. If you haven't seen it, The biggest difference was I started with blank pages, and that was an idea from Alice. I think I'm saying her name right. She inspired that journal because she works a lot with just blank pages when she's journaling, and I hadn't done that before, and it was such a difference. And it was just, sometimes you need to do something a little bit different than your usual style to kind of change it up a bit. And so I really enjoyed it. I did make it with a lot less pages because I wasn't sure how it was going to go. It turned out to be a gorgeous collage style journal. I love it. As you know, when I share my journals with you on YouTube, they're my creative journals. They're not the ones that I write my long, stories and private thoughts in. It's the creative ones where I'm feeling inspired, where I want to share how I feel those pages. And so it's similar to this one where I'll just grab some pieces, and for this particular spread, what I want to do is just combine a lot of the pieces that I received in this subscription box, and just remember that what pieces came together, but also make them look nice on the pages. So it's mostly for kind of a glue book, I guess, or a smash book. Do you remember those? I wonder if we've switched the smash book into like a junk journal, at least the name. I'm kind of trying to think about that. But anyways, it's just adding some of the pieces, remembering that they came in this subscription box. I'll probably do a little note afterwards just to write down the dates that it arrived, and maybe the projects that I've done with them. But for sure, when I use the subscription box pieces, I think of how else they can be used, and those of you that are receiving them excuse me, what you are going to be doing with them, or maybe inspire you to do something with them. It doesn't have to be anything super creative or a new idea. Ooh, light bulb. It can just be for you to enjoy that moment, to play with your stationery, enjoy time with your paper. I personally just love enjoying time with my paper and my crafting. And even if it's just 10-15 minutes of something, just having those stationery supplies near, it just makes me happy. And I remember being younger and just going to the stationery stores and just enjoying looking at the new things that are coming out, and just looking through the notebooks and the papers, and I still do that. And I still do that now at home because I have so much of it. So it's just wonderful to just have those moments to relax, to try and let the day kind of wash away for those few moments that you've given yourself. Give yourself those moments. You desperately, I'm sure, need them, and it's great to give that time to yourself, even if it's just playing with paper. So anyways, I think this might be it for this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell if you want to see more of the videos I'm coming up with. And thank you so much again for joining me. I hope you've gotten some inspiration. I hope you're feeling creative, crafty, and again, thank you so much for spending this time with me. I will see you next time. Thanks so much for stopping by.